Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Tonight we are reacting to another one of your sponsored requests. Now this one comes to us as well as our previous one from our buddy Always Night. Now this one is for a group again that I've actually never heard of. Well, I shouldn't say that. I have heard the name, but I've never heard anything from them. This is ICHILLIN with DEMIGOD. One of the reasons he requested this is because, well, he likes the group and he wants me to hear them. But another reason, in case you're not familiar, is ICHILLIN, along with Craxy, who he also sponsored a couple of videos ago, is on a nationwide, here in the U.S., like multi-group tour. It's called the Leo Presents Breakout Tour, and it's got Yuche, ICHILLIN, Craxy, and the boy group Trends, which Trends I've also never heard of. But I know Yuche was from Pixie. And then, of course, there's ICHILLIN and Craxy. So, if I like this song, I'm more inclined to go to that tour because I know I like Craxy. So, let's check out DEMIGOD from ICHILLIN and see if, who knows, let's see if maybe your boy's going to the breakout tour. By the way, the reason I mentioned that is because, obviously, I would go to the show in LA, but there's a lot of different dates and venues planned right now. It's like 20 or 30 something shows, so yeah, definitely see them if you can. Also, last thing before we hit start, I've already looked. Subtitles are only English auto-generated, so I've pulled up translation over here. I'll follow along on the second playthrough like usual. I was not expecting that right out of the gate. Nice cutting board, mimicking the beat there. Madam, did you just eat a raw onion? It's a parrot, I'm out. Oh, don't cry. Even though it's onions. That is a filthy beat drop there.
How we do tonight, better know the risk this late. When my 본적 없는 play, I'm back. Brand new life, got a known hone, another level. I'ma bring it back. Let me tell a little something. Now we gotta make it bumpin'.
Why y'all keep killing her? I'm a boss. Like I said, that drop is filthy.
DEMIGOD 다 여기 깜짝 없어 눈치 보지 마 Kill him let you know that I know he's a boss. Bring it back I'm so lavish girl you asked for Tell me I'm savage 반의 반반이라는 걸 재미없지 않은 자기 뒤에 때를 박아 내 이름도 내일 We gon' call the queens I'ma bring it back DEMIGOD 반반 섞인 리듬에 반반 섞인 음악 DEMIGOD 반반 섞인 리듬에 반반 섞인 남아
Listen, I'm a big boy. I know what it's like to look at food like that. That man is my spirit animal. Okay. So, first off, the girls are super cute. I don't know, how long they've been around or whatever, but I shouldn't say this isn't what I expected, because I shouldn't have had expectations coming into the song with a group I've never heard of, but I kind of expected, for better or worse, this to be more vocal focused, and it was definitely not. This was definitely more hip hop, swag, not quite fierce, because they still had comedic elements there. Like, it wasn't like necessarily trying to show off how badass they are. Although there were a couple of parts where, their delivery was nice and solid. But message, obviously, I have no idea, other than the word demigod, which I don't know. We heard it a few times in the song, obviously, but I don't know how relevant it is to the song. So we'll catch it when we go through the lyrics. But there's really two accepted definitions of demigod. The first one is the child of a god, usually a god and a human. It doesn't necessarily have to be that, but that's basically a god and a not god. It doesn't have to be human, I guess. Think of like Hercules, Achilles. I think Achilles was a demigod. Pretty positive. Anyway, point is, that's the one definition. The other definition is something that is so amazing, that so worthy of praise, that it approaches the divine. It might not be there, but it approaches it. So not sure if either of those definitions really play into what we have here, but pretty cool nonetheless. So it's my own fault that this didn't really meet my expectation, because again, I shouldn't have had any. But unfortunately I did, and so this first listen, I'm not going to say it wasn't my thing, because I did like it. I didn't like it as much as I liked Craxy, though. And normally I wouldn't compare a group, but since they're two groups on the same tour that I'm trying to decide if I want to go to, it's kind of my frame of reference. But we're going to listen again. I'm going to go through the lyrics. Obviously, I'm going to give the song a second chance now that I know what not to expect. I'm also curious, does this group do any vocal, like more vocally centric songs, or are all of their stuff more like, the hip hop type of stuff? Yeah, let me know. Let me know in the comments. But let's go back here. All right, he can't decide what he wants off the menu. I get it. But they're cooking up something strong. Gross. She needs to not pretend to eat a raw onion. That's nasty. Like, that's nasty. Okay, first verse. Look at my sauce. Not following the hype, we pose as we feel. So, look at my sauce means, like, look at my essence. Look at, like, my flavor. Look at who I am and what makes me me. What makes me a tasty dish, I guess you could say. Not following the hype, we pose as we feel, so they're not going to fit into the conventional standards, which that checks out, because again, I was expecting a vocal song and this was not that, and right out of the gate it's already like, well, that makes sense. Actually, you're doing your style. I like it. I can get behind that. All right, next part. How we do all day, I'll show it all. Spreading my name, killing it on the verse. All right, so we already know, had I known that this, had I had English subs, I guess would have been a better way to start this. I would have known already this was just going to be mostly rap focused, because killing on the verse is something you would only say in a rap. So, but she's going about this, how we do all day, I'll show it all. Like, I'll show you everything that, my entire routine. because even if I show you, you still can't be me. You gotta beat the best to be the best, kind of thing. Swallowing me on stage, it's live or die. I think swallowing me in this particular case is probably talking about, well, there's two ways you can look at this. So the first part, if you go back to the previous line with spreading my name, can obviously imply, getting my name out there, but it can also, since we're making cooking analogies here, you could use it as like whatever, butter, jelly, whatever, anything that you can spread, right? And then swallowing me, so you're consuming me. So if the fans consume me, the fans are consuming me, you're consuming me as when I'm showing you and you're taking this in. So when I'm on stage, it's live or die. Like, either you're going to like what you're taking in or you're not. And if you don't, that could be the end of me. So I got to give it my all every time. I actually think that's a pretty interesting way to say, that I am going to always do my best. We always hear idols talking about, like, whether they gave the best performance or not. After the performance, especially after a concert, I'll keep working hard to show you a better me or a better side of me next time. So this could be like that. Or swallowing me, I mentioned you could take this a couple of ways. Swallowing me, you could also go into like the example that comes to mind is there's the demon line from ATEEZ, who when they get on stage, they become like this different persona. And maybe that's what she's getting at. Like, this demon is swallowing her, and it becomes this do or die kind of persona on stage. Either way, I like the message, but I would be curious to know which version of that they're kind of going with here. See, she has a carrot. I don't like it. At least I think that's a carrot. That's a really big carrot. Maybe it's not a carrot. I'm convinced it's a carrot, and I don't like carrots. Y'all didn't ask, but there you go. The refrain, let me tell you a little something. Now we got to make it pumping. I don't tremble on stage. Let's roll on and on. The only part here that needs any sort of breakdown is I don't tremble on stage, meaning I don't get nervous. Like, this is what I do. And I'm going for the top. And maybe it's not even that they're going for the top. Like, maybe they are the top. That poor, what I assume was a baby chicken. Okay, so the pre-chorus, hip but not obvious, which that first line I feel like means that we're cool without being like chasing the trend, so to speak. Like, you see all these groups doing the whole easy listening thing right now, and even groups that weren't doing it before are getting in on it. So I feel like they're saying, like, we're hip but not obvious. So like I said, I feel like that means they're cool, they're present in the industry and in the current times without giving up who they are and fitting in. Different from those acting cold. I'm a boss. Yeah. Keep it. What do you want? Ride right up. Top without dissent. The star I made. So I think that line is talking about them getting to the top and that they made themselves stars, as opposed to, it being handed to them. Not zipped up, obviously. I'm not really sure what that line means. So let's take it with the next one. Not zipped up, obviously, different from those acting expensive demigod. So the different from those acting expensive part is like, you know, we even see in the video they're making like a really inexpensive meal. It's going to be a delicious meal, but it's not very expensive. It's not hard to make. And maybe the video is mirroring these lyrics here. You know, like, we can give you the same type of amazing experience without putting on all this false pretense. Because if you're acting expensive, that means you're not really as good as you think you are, and maybe you're trying to pretend that you're better than you are. But the not zipped up, obviously, part, I'm not really sure what to make of that. Like, I could take that as, you know, when someone tells you to zip your lip or something like that, then it means be quiet. So maybe they're saying that we're obviously not quiet, but I don't know. And then they do say half and half. Maybe I'm a demigod. Okay. So half and half, going back to that line, like acting expensive. So like they still give you that quality without the pretense. So they're half and half. Maybe I'm a demigod, so it ties into the half and half. And I did tell you about what a demigod is. And then in the video, remember at the very, very end, the guy who's eating the dish, he has half and half. One is like, I don't know if it's like a orange sesame chicken or a gochujang. I'm not really sure, but he has, you know, like a regular fried and a sauced up one. Yeah, the boss, the director is telling y'all what to do. Get to work. Oh, that's terrible chopping. Oh Lord, that's worse. Oh, I guess I should read the chorus. Not that there was much here. Demigod, demigod, in a mixed rhythm, I'ma mix it half and half. So that just talks about the production of the song. And I mentioned that we had like that beat drop when we got to the chorus. So there's two distinct different instrumentations there. In a mixed rhythm, I'm gonna mix it half and half. Ready, jump, feel that, what's up, lay back rhythm, play that God song. So they can speed it up, slow it down, they can make you feel divine. All right. Okay. I wasn't gonna stop until after verse 2 was done, but the very first line, kill it, how we do. So obviously, like, we killed the verse, we were awesome. But in the video, they're literally electrocuting this poor girl. Damn. And then the next line is TMI, better know that we still slay. Oh, I was actually already at the end of verse 2, my bad. So, who am I? A play never seen before. I'm back, brand new, look at me. So, of course, this would have been a line relevant when the song came out as their comeback. Another level of mixed spirit. I'ma bring it bad. Okay, I see you ladies. And then we got that refrain again. Some chicken thighs going in the flour. Time to fry it up, baby. Alright, now we got some drumsticks too. Little wing action. See that? I can't tell if that's gotta be like an orange sesame, because those are sesame seeds, but I thought it was gochujang. I don't know if the time on the clock meant anything. Why is she waving leeks around like they're like traffic controller batons? Okay, so this post-chorus, the only reason I didn't talk about the lyrics before is because it was the same pre-chorus and chorus that we had already had. Post-chorus, mixed with God, demigod, all here. There's no fakeness. We talked about that earlier with that acting expensive line. They're not doing that. Don't second guess. Kill them. Let you know. Watch closely who's the boss. I'm a boss. If you haven't heard that song, it's almost more of a comedy skit from Lonely Island Boys. Yeah, check that out. I'm a boss. Anyway, here's the bridge. Okay, so Bring It Bad, we've already talked about that. I ain't some lavish girl you ask for. So again, we're going back to that whole acting expensive thing. They're not doing that. She's not like that. And you can't just ask for her. She can't be bought. Those type of mentalities. Tell me I'm savage. She doesn't even want to hear that she's sweet. She just wants to hear that she's savage. Like, half and half is boring. Demi, it's not fun, honey. Drill my name into your ears every day. Now, whether she's saying, I'm gonna drill, like whether there's an unspoken, I am going to drill my name into your ears every day, or whether she's telling you, drill my name into your ears every day, either way, the result is the same. You're gonna remember. We gonna call up the queens, and that's when she looks back and points to her girls here, and then I'ma bring it bad. And then we close out with the chorus again. Yes, sir. There's that half and half. It actually says sauce up there on that sign too. I don't know what sauce it said though. Looks delish. I don't want them in my kitchen, but I'll let them cook for me. What does it say? Oh, it literally just says, that's the brand. Sauce. Thought it was going to tell me, the kind of sauce or something. Nope, it did not. Fail. Alright, guys, that was ICHILLIN with Demigod, and I did enjoy it more the second time because this is one of those songs where if I don't know what it's saying, it's not really my typical preference. Not that it's bad, it's just not my first choice. But when I can see the message behind it and get to appreciate the video, it grows on me. I would still say I like Craxy more, again, because of my frame of reference, trying to decide if I want to go to this tour. But the cool thing is it's not a comparison in the sense of I have to choose one or the other. They're both in the same place. So do I like either of them enough to go? And the answer is getting closer and closer to yes, especially because if you've got the time, you're at a city near you, and you've got the money, the everything ticket that they sell has a lot of cool VIP perks, but the big one, for me at least, is that you get individual selfies with every person on the tour. So all the members of Trends, all the members of Craxy, all the members of ICHILLIN, Yuche, there's selfies with all of them, which is pretty cool. But anyway, thanks for watching this one, guys, and thanks again for the request and the sponsoring of said request, Always Night. Shout out to the Patreons. They'll be right up here. Thank you guys for the support. If you're not aware, there's a Patreon with free stuff over there, as well as paid subscription content. Subs get access to things we can't put here on YouTube, as well as guaranteed prioritized requests sent to the top of the queue every month. The queue, or a link to the queue, is in the description below. And if you want to sponsor a request to get to the top, but you don't want to go through Patreon, then you can go through PayPal like Always Night did, and your request will get sent to the top right behind the Patreon users. So, feel free to check that stuff out. Thanks again for being here, and I'll catch you with the next one. Take care, everyone.